After 2.5 years not being able to play video games at all, I've finally found a way to play, and I'm here to share it with you today. That rhymed a lot more than I intended it to. Anyway, I'm Mason in the Dark, I'm completely blind, and I'm here to share with you today how I've been playing Red Dead Redemption 2. This isn't going to be an RDR2 review. You don't need me to do that. There's plenty of Red Dead content out there. I mostly want to talk about what I've been using. Now, if you go on your Xbox and you click the Xbox button and you go right to settings and then on controller, you can go on the co-pilot feature, which allows you to supplement gameplay with a second controller, essentially allowing two people to play one game. And this has been a really useful feature for me, and has allowed me to play a game that I really wanted to play and hadn't been able to. I'm a big fan of the Rockstar style of games. I love the GTA series, and I knew that Red Dead was supposed to be a really good game, and I wanted to play it, and we went and purchased an Xbox One, and we had a look through the ease of access settings, and there's a lot of things. If you're a visually impaired or blind gamer, it's not necessarily over. If you've just lost your sight, there are things that you can do, and that's something that I've been opening my eyes to recently. The Xbox actually has navigation, has like narrator, like a talkback sort of setting, which I think is press the Xbox button and then press select, and that'll turn on the narrator, so you can actually go through all of the stuff on the Xbox. Unfortunately, it doesn't work in the apps, but it does work on the Xbox dashboard, etc. So it's been really useful, because it essentially allows me to play. Yes, I have to play with someone else, but I prefer playing video games with someone else anyway. So, for example, while we've been playing Red Dead, it's been easy because we just sort of split it in half. So I will tap A and press forward to make the horse go, and my girlfriend will do the steering and make sure that I don't avoid anything. If we need to jump over something, she tells me to press X, and I know from the sound and the vibration whether it's done it or not. One of the things that I found really interesting and useful was the fact that Deadeye has a noise, which obviously after playing for a little while I got used to hearing, and that is my cue to pull the trigger. So my girlfriend aims and I pull the trigger, and actually that was quite fun for me, really. Even though I don't get to aim, it was sort of like trying to get through it the best we can in a sort of teamwork, and I actually really enjoyed that. One of the things that I found that I could do quite well was when I was walking around, my girlfriend's steering me around things so I'm not bumping into stuff, but when I do, it vibrates. The vibration is pretty good because it's a good cue, because I know that I've walked into, a body that I can loot, or a plant that I can pick, which which actually has been one of the things that I have been able to do by myself. When my girlfriend has put me, in a field and been like, right, go, and I've walked to see what the first thing I find is, and started finding loads of plants and just picking them up. It's just really funny that everyone else is going around playing the story and I'm just walking around picking plants. Plant picking simulator. But the fishing as well has been something that I've actually really enjoyed doing. It's got quite a nice mechanic, so because of all the vibrations, I know when I'm casting out it makes a certain noise, and then to reel it back in, it makes a certain noise, and the fish grabs on and makes it vibrate, and I've actually been able to catch fish by myself quite a bit, which is pretty cool. It gives me that feeling of having the independence of between these places. I've got to sort of have my girlfriend supplementing the gameplay with me, or playing half and half with me, but when I get to these places like the lakes and the being able to fish, etc., I've actually been able to play by myself, move the rod around, etc. So I've actually thought that was really cool. Like I said, I really thought that the fact that Deadeye has its own little noise just made it really cool, because Lee, who is my girlfriend, can press the Deadeye and then I know to press the trigger, and it's just all been a really cool learning experience. It's sort of still It's still limiting because it's not like I can do everything myself, and I'm definitely not playing by myself, but I do enjoy playing with other people anyway. I've been playing Tomb Raider as well, or we have, and I've actually thought that that's been pretty good for audio cues too, in terms of Lee pointing me at a wall and me jumping, and it makes a noise for, grappling onto the wall, and you can't really move in a direction if you're not supposed to move that way. So as I'm moving, I can hear the axe going into the wall and her moving upwards, and I know that I'm going the right way. Plus, there's different noises for rock climbing and shimmying and jumping, etc., etc. So once you've learnt what the audio cues are, it's quite easy to do them. And there's been points where we've got stuck on a certain bit of Tomb Raider where I've been able to have a go and then memorize the bit, and by the time we've died 3 or 4 times and had to go back and do it again, I've been able to memorize the pattern, which actually essentially turns it into an audio game at that point, which I actually find really cool. Another thing on Red Dead that I was able to do was whistling the horse, as well as mostly being able to choose the character that we had, in terms of Lee would just aim at someone and I would choose whether I wanted to antagonise or greet them. I really enjoyed doing that, and wandering around and getting into all the situations. It's just been a really fun thing, and I just wanted to put it out there in case there are other blind gamers that don't know about this co-pilot feature that might hear this and be like, oh, that's really cool. And maybe even if you're sighted, it might be quite a good feature to have a go of, because it's basically like letting you have co-op but in single player mode, because you're both controlling, you can both aim where to go and pick where to go, and it really doesn't interfere either. You're both doing it exactly the same time. It's not like one control overrides the other. So yeah, co-pilot is something that I've discovered recently, and it's really helped me get back into that world of gaming that I've sorely missed the last 2.5 years. And I've actually had a go with Just Dan, long-time friend, and contributed to this channel a few times, and we've had a go on 2K19, and I think we will try and have a go again at some point and figure out how to play a little bit more. And hopefully if I can do that at some point, I might figure out how to upload some sort of clip or something. But it's given me a lot of hope of being able to play along with games, even if it's only sort of an illusion of playing, because I'm having someone else control it for the most part and only prompting it. It still makes me feel like I'm involved, and it's dead nice to be back in this world of video gaming. So Copilot, thanks very much for that, Microsoft. If you've enjoyed this episode, click the like button, let me know, and subscribe for more content from Wrestling in the Dark. If you want to share your thoughts, you know where the comment section is, or you can follow me at Mason_WITD. Alright guys, I'm off, and you should have a good one.